What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Alex's Toy Show. Alright, so usually I'm doing an Everquest adventure or following you something that I'm doing in the game, but this time around, there's talk of a new expansion. Friggin' finally. Expansions used to be pretty exciting. They were, so at one point they were twice a year, and you could look forward to like new content and new stuff for your character or characters if you don't have a life and you play like 7 different characters. I only play one character and it's tough to keep up. But finally they're announcing a new expansion. Here is a screenshot of the new expansion so far. Let's see if we can show you that a little bit. That's probably going to be some cover art there. But I'm not sure what to expect just yet. All right, so they say, "Good day, Norath." Norath is the world you live in. That's the planet. It's got a moon. There's a couple of continents in there, but that's a story for a separate day. It says, "We are excited to announce we have a new expansion on the way." That's right, expansion, not campaign, because campaigns are something different. We've been toiling away this year. The content we've been working on evolved and grew more than we expected. We wanted this expansion to have content that reached beyond the highest level players. So in addition to new and updated zones for level 105, we are including 2 instance raid zones for levels 75 to 105 to play in together. These level agnostic raid zones will balance themselves to the highest level player in your raid. It just so happens that these 2 level agnostic zones are the original Plane of Fear and Plane of Hate, which is kind of cool. Plane of Fear and Plane of Hate were like, holy crap, you're in the Plane of Fear back in the original day, or Plane of Hate for that matter. So if you never got a chance to raid in these planes or long for them, you can relive those days with a broader range of players when we launch. Now, for those of you who I lost in that paragraph, expansion beyond the your highest level that you can reach is level 105. You can start at level 1 and work your way up, or you can buy what's called a heroic character, starts you off at level 85, and you can work your way to 105. Although you don't gain as much gameplay knowledge. It's what I call my product knowledge, but there's a lot you can learn between levels 1 and 85 before you just jump into an 85 character. But if it's something that you already know how to play, and you're like, oh yeah, you know what? I know how to play a bard, I know how to play a warrior, I know how to play a cleric, I'm just going to jump in at level 85 and, save myself some time. Then that's fine. But for those people who are just jumping in and it's like, oh my god, what do I do? It's a little more challenging. Let's see. A zone is, what they do is they break the world down into zones. I know with World of Warcraft, if people are more familiar, they don't really have zone lines. But say you're in the city of Freeport and you were running out into the Common Lands, you're going to hit a zone wall and, it's like a barrier between the 2 different pieces of content. I don't know how much more to explain it than that, but you'll zone into the Common Lands. And then that's like a separate little area to play in. A raid, a player, you can have a group of 6 players to form a group, and that's considered the standard terminology for people playing together is, hey, do you group? Yes, and you can get up to a group of 6 players. You can then take groups of 6 players and form a raid, and that's just a larger party for what's called raid mobs or just tougher targets. Usually it's some kind of raids, some kind of raid that you're after. Like Plane of Fear and Plane of Hate were raid zones back in the original day. So this should be pretty interesting. I'm wondering if you're probably not going to be able to play mercenaries in these zones. Mercenaries are computer players that you can hire to take the place of another person who you can't. Say you're out there, you want to play, and no one's available to play with you. You can just hire a mercenary to kind of fill your group, and then you have a little bit more to throw at mobs. What else? Level agnostic, 75 to 105. You can group 30 levels below yours. So if you're level 105, like my character is a level 105 necromancer, I can group with anyone down to level 75. And still group successfully and make experience successfully. So that's why they pair those levels together there. What else? Highest level player in your raid. So these level agnostic raid zones. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to hail a non-player character, NPC, and you'll get a raid to, will form. It'll generate a raid zone for you guys to go play based on your average level. No, it says highest level. Oh, how about that? Okay. Well, that's gonna wipe out the level 75 guys. So, it goes on. This expansion includes over 15 raids after getting feedback for more raids over last year's expansion and a ton of level scaling missions and heroic adventures. As with previous releases, there will be new AAs, spells, and gear. Gear is obviously stuff you wear. Spells are spells that you cast. AAs are alternate abilities, which are like a separate line of spells in addition to your own. Some are entirely different. Some are just duplicates of your actual spells, and they're easier to cast. They're like a clicky button instead of, an actual spell you have to take from your spell book. And then there are also abilities that other characters who don't cast spells, can use too. The story is innovative and impacts gameplay in interesting ways too. That should be good to read. I always like the lore of the game. It's more than just a game. There's a story behind the game and why there are zones and why that you fight in these zones and who you're fighting and all sorts of why. It's a story. Everything is a story. In addition, if you purchase the next expansion, you also get access to all the previous expansion content, which is kind of cool. So, like, if you're just coming back and you didn't want to shell out for the last 2 expansions, you buy this one and you get everything before it. That'll be pretty cool. We'll have the full expansion reveal and pre-orders for the 22nd expansion start on October 1st. Okay, so big news October 1st with detailed information on our website and forums. Also, the EQ team will host a live stream and share highlights, walk through some zones, and answer your questions. There's a scary-ass looking cat. As for our September update, it is right around the corner on September 23rd. It is hefty indeed. Includes a whole list of host fixes and updates with a couple we wanted to highlight here. Okay, so they're going to fix some things that have been locked out. As we head into October 1st, we're offering a last chance 50% discount on web purchases for the Darkened Sea expansion. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, the Collector's Edition, too. Collector's Edition, the Darkened Sea was the last expansion. The Collector's Edition gives you some extra things in your person for like a special kind of mercenary, maybe some stuff for your house. I forget what else. You can also purchase the Darkened Sea at regular price if you want to use day-bake cash. Sale ends at 11:59 on Wednesday, September 30th. We'll have more details for you about our next expansion in the upcoming week, so stay tuned. Nice. Posted yesterday at 10 a.m. Yesterday being September 15th. Very, very awesome. So I'm a little excited. Here's Zoidberg. Alright, this guy's Sticky Toes. He's a little excited. But if you get into the EQ forums on Daybreak's page, daybreakgames.com, go to the forums, read up on it, and it's pretty good. And then it also raises some questions, like Christilla here asked, original Plane of Hate, aka the 2-story version, or the version currently on all servers. When does the sale for Collector's Edition start next? Is the full reveal and live stream October 1st? The paragraph got a little confusing on what is happening when. Well, yeah, I guess they will probably advertise when it's going to be. And then Leaks says it's Christmas came early. And it is. I enjoy playing Everquest. I've been playing since 1999. I don't play all day, every day. I do play for an hour or so when I have the time. And I stream my adventures on Twitch. You can find me there, My Pal Alex. You guys have seen the links I show at the end of Q&A. It's My Pal Alex on Twitch, and then My Pal Alex on YouTube. And I stream on either one. If you subscribe, you get a notification that I go live. We checked that all out. All right, folks. That seems pretty cool. Everquest. like this video, leave me a comment, and subscribe for more.